I just finished session, and it was a terrible session, by the way. I was showering, thinking about the mistakes I made on the training room. It was like the worst session ever. It is what it is. So there are good days, there are bad days. Today was a pretty bad day, but at the same time, it's good to just stay aware about keep grinding hard and developing skills. Afternoon session done. It's 6:23, and I'm gonna do a smoothie, and then we're gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna watch one or two fights. I eat whatever. Sometimes I make a smoothie. Sometimes I eat rice cake with butter or pesto or just fruits or whatever. It's ready to eat in a quick way. Boom, 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 and then I go upstairs. And other days I don't study after practice, but today I didn't. I was busy filming, and I want to watch one or two mats, and also it's going to be good for you guys see how I study jiu-jitsu when I'm home, because it's also a great part of the process. You guys spend time at home or the coffee store, whatever you guys are, even at work. If you have a job and you don't like your job, spend time also watching mats, jiu-jitsu mats. I'm gonna give you guys my perspective about studying jiu-jitsu, and it's gonna be fun. So now, before I go upstairs, I'm gonna eat some smoothie, pretty simple, bananas, just one banana, frozen berries, and milk and protein, and that's it. So we can get some calories, just fill it up the body a little bit before have dinner, like 300 mLs around. This thing looks like 300 mLs. One banana. I told you guys that I have diet, but I don't have diet. So if you're eating this, the right amount or the wrong amount, it's always gonna make you feel good. So this is just protein, 50 grams of protein. I'm gonna have water as well. And I take a bunch of other supplements. But right now it's just like protein. Today actually, right now, I mean. But during the day I take other things. Hydration is for sure one thing that can be a missing point in jiu-jitsu, because we sweat a lot. And if you train twice a day, you gotta drink 5 to 6 liters of water. It's a lot, and at the same time it's not enough. You need to drink something that would provide you electrolytes and, you know, like salt, etc. Done deal. We don't need much: food, water, computer, and my phone. Then we can go upstairs, make the match analysis. I'm probably do Gordon versus Josh. We had last Thursday at Who's Number One. I think it's gonna be good. Watch this match. I watched it once on the weekend and it was pretty fun to watch. But I can watch again and just tell you guys the points I was I analyzed once, and the points I was like paying more attention on the match. It's actually pretty good. It's me and my siblings, my sister, myself of course, and my brother. My brother is a little one, and I think I was like maybe 4 to 5 years old. My sister, she's two years older than me, and my brother is 1 year younger. Sorry, and I'm the middle one. And I have this picture since 2000. It was a friend that gave to me in this type of frame to attach in the fridge, but I'm carrying around this since then and like surrounding my trophies, because my family is also my trophy. We have a nice view, as you guys can see. It's a beautiful view, by the way. I just come upstairs, sit either outside or either in here, keep watching the forest we have and dreaming about my life, you know. Dreaming, doing visualization is always good and very refreshing and a good way to energize yourself when you're kind of lost. Just close your eyes, think where you want to be in the future, in 5 years, 10 years, and then I swear to God, you guys will get energy from somewhere and keep grinding hard.
All right, let's take a look at this heavyweight tale of the tape. Gordon Ryan, 28 years old, 6'2".
Gordon Ryan versus Josh
210 pounds.
Saunders.
Josh Saunders, 27 years old, 6'4", weighed in at 255
As of probably
4 pounds.
everybody who's on the channel watched this match already. It was last Thursday at Who's Number One. And the hype's still crazy. Like, people are still talking about this match. Again, Gordon just had such a outstanding performance, so like miles and miles ahead of everybody. And Josh is a guy that came to Rock a few times to train with us. He's a very sweet guy. He looks like a monster, almost 300 pounds, but he's the nicest guy ever. He's from Australia. And they had this match at Who's Number One. Gordon was like almost 10 months out of competing, and he just proved once again that he's the best grappler in the world and also the greatest of all time. So you're gonna see in here, I'm not gonna break down the entire match because it's gonna be too long. I'm gonna just like try show you guys a few things that made this match so interesting for me, and also how things were turning during the way. Gordon pulled guard and immediately he tried working legs. He could wrestle Josh, but he didn't. Gordon was very nauseous on the backstage, and I think that's why he probably decided to work on legs and finish the match quickly. So as you guys can see, he's trying to work on the inside. Josh does a good job posting on the shin, like he crossed the ankle there, which is kind of good to avoid leg entanglements. He managed again to get the inside, but Josh does a good job posting on the shin and bringing the second foot to support the action of dragging the leg entanglement away. As Gordon was probably ready to heist and win this battle, as Josh left both legs behind, as you guys can see, it's not hard for Gordon just heist. You guys can see it's so easy. He just changed his base, pop up, and then Josh is from bottom. For sure, this is not a good spot to be, because as you guys can see, Gordon's already forcing half guard, and his entire game on top is camping, forcing half guard. Half guard, side control, mount, and keep backtracking, burning people from the stop position. And he just do that so insanely well. He's always like controlling the hips in some way. His head position is completely aligned to his opponent's head, hips to hips. He has a good angle. He's not camping with the body square. He always like angling a little bit to create more pressure from top. What the hell is it, buddy? He's doing Jiu-Jitsu. So this is another very, very, how can I say that? Like, it's smooth and invisible detail. So look at how Gordon, he's fighting right now in this situation when Josh was turning his body sideways. He fights with his right knee to flat the hips. So he gonna cover the far hip with his right knee. He gonna flat Josh and then build the underhook, because here Gordon doesn't have underhook, Josh has. So he knee cuts there, he flats Josh, and once Josh is flat, it's easy to build underhooks, near side and far side. So far side of course is easier, that's what Gordon does. He just shoots the hand through, and here he has a solid underhook. He pins the far shoulder, which allows him to go straight side control in a clean way. Look at how beautiful it is. It's so insane, so clean. The further it goes on the match, the more tired you're gonna make your opponent feel, and the easier it's gonna be to get any type of lock. Like even a simple armbar, when people are tired, it feels differently. So Gordon is pretty much building the pace right now. Like pretty slow, but still he's tying him up, staying on top position, fighting the hooks, camping, forcing half guard, going to the side, coming back to half guard. It's very exhausting for the person on bottom, because as you can see, Josh is not playing anything offensive from bottom. He's just like holding and pushing, holding and pushing. Seems like nothing, but he's on bottom position for the last 3 minutes. he's still having 10. Like the mentality is definitely going down, and Gordon will find his way to finish this match. Once we have shoot on the hip and we don't have access to a solid crossface because the person is completely sideways, cover the top shoulder and walk against the hips. Like here. Look at how easy it is. Yeah, from this position, bottom perspective in Josh's spot, there's nothing much to do, to be honest. Like play butterfly is a good option. Creates connection with the upper body is almost impossible. Like rebuild frames and shields, but butterfly is a good option. Yeah, get under the hips is a good option. Hold the scoop the far legs also an option if possible, but it's definitely a terrible spot to be. I've been in this spot a few times with Gordon. It's like literally like nightmare. That was so beautiful. I did exactly the same against Wagner, but from stand-up position. I had my legs extended completely. So look at how Gordon has the inside of the hips and he's connecting knee and elbow. So it's hard for Josh to recover the guard right now. Even if Josh try bring the knees back, Gordon's gonna be so heavy in that spot. He can still recover in the guard from here, Josh, but it doesn't. It's not gonna be an easy task. He has to put a lot of effort, and based on Gordon's perspective and strategy when he's competing, so he burns people's energy like that. So that's why the head is so low. There's so much pressure here, and he's not using his strength. Yeah, probably he is, but like it's not his strength, the main point of this thing, but gravity. Every time head is down, pressure is going towards the opponent. Every time head is up, there's no pressure. Your body weight is over your leg. Same thing as squatting. Nobody squats with the leg low. We always keep the head up, and then we squat to carry the body weight over with only with the legs. So in this position, his legs are free to move. His arms and head are heavy, shoulders, upper body. So he can be completely free in this situation to move around and also have at the same time to generate pressure. So here he's gonna finish. He finished in 7 minutes. It's kind of quick. No, 7 to 7, 14, 8 minutes. So here Gordon grabs the toes and exposes to the outside. And then here is over. Look at the climb, how beautiful. So the braking mechanics here, his hands on the back, he's fighting for the heels. Now he got the heel exposure. He locked hands, and here he has the figure four. Upper body also does a little bit of work, but the pressure comes from the hips. Like here, he wide the knees, and then there's pressure on this finish. I was more like watching mats back in the days. Right now I tried, when I'm alone, I like to watch the mats and see what works and what doesn't. Take what works and it's effective for my game. How can I add things to my game? So little techniques and little body adjustments are more important for me than one technique by itself. So as I just explained this breakdown, head position is pretty important. So when I'm watching Gordon, the way he controls the hips, the way he uses his head to generate pressure is something that I can definitely take from this match and add to my game just by visualizing again and studying someone that does something so well as Gordon does. But back in the days I was more like watching exciting matches and think just by watching randomly I would get better at Jiu-Jitsu. And the entire thing's like, Jiu-Jitsu is about knowledge. So the more you know things, the easier it's gonna be to replicate things. So nowadays I can watch a match like this, go to the gym and just do exactly the same things that Gordon did. Of course, not against the best guys in the gym, but guys that I can handle well and try new stuff. So I would be able to, because I'm not only watching the match, I'm studying the match. I'm like, okay, so Gordon did this and that move. because his body is working this in this way and that way. So right now I'm spending more time like trying to judge jiu-jitsu in a deeply way, and then fortunately get better at jiu-jitsu, because I'm still not that good. And yeah, but like throughout the years I'm trying to use more my brain than my physicality and desire of winning. I think when we are young we just want to win, and we are getting mature and we start pacing down like this like savage mode where everything is about like strength and physicality and like desire. I really want to win. Nowadays it's more like, okay, so I'm trying something that's not working. It's not because I don't want to make it work, it's because it's not right. So I need to rewatch something, I need to think a little bit about the technique, and then come back on the next day and then try it again until I find the right answer, the right way to make the move works. The more things you do, you're gonna find the best way for yourself for sure, but like the more things you do, the more nutrients you're gonna have. Imagine if you're just eating meat. I know that people that only have like carnivore diet, whatever, but bro, just eat a little bit of everything, get nutrients from all the elements you can have. Like jiu-jitsu, the same thing. Drill, specific training, open rounds, match analysis, breakdowns, instructional videos, like real match, like in tournaments, whatever. Like try get a little bit of everything and then make the cake, instead of, okay, I just have flour here, how can I make a cake? No, you need flour, you need eggs, you need, you know, like you need the entire recipe to be able to deliver a cake. So jiu-jitsu is the same thing. Play around with different styles of studying, and then you guys can upgrade the level for sure. And that is the way I do nowadays. Back in the days it was just hard training, buddy, porrada, like be tough on the mats. But now, kind of old, kind of smart, I'm trying to, you know, readjust myself and find this clean and smooth way of learning jiu-jitsu.